There's one more model called salience model. Salience model talks about a person, whether this person is powerful person, stakeholder is a very powerful person. If this person is very powerful person, he will ask a lot of things for you. A person is having an urgency kind of thing, he will always keep on cribbing and coming to you and talking about the urgency and all. If a person is in the legitimacy, means he requires proximity and involvement, too much involvement in that. So try to find out what kind of person is there, and accordingly you have to look at that, right? So urgency, LUP, legitimacy, urgency, and power. These are the three things required. Again, I told you, if you want to know something more on that, you can go to Beyond PMP. I have given some information about the salience also in that. I'm not going in detail because don't go there also, because first you focus everything for the examination perspective. PMP is a vast area. I mean, it's an unlimited kind of thing. But go focus on there's a salience model. You should know only three things: urgency, legitimacy, and power. Especially as a product owner, when you're working in agile, and also this person has to be very careful, because this person is interacting much with the customer. So it's too much considerations are there. So this way you have to look at what kind of people are there. Now one more thing is there: if the person is having urgency and power together, means the person is in this area, so there's a meaning of this. If a person is having all the three together, means this person is involved in all three areas. So this block means you have to consider urgency, you have to consider legitimacy, you have to consider power. Sometimes power is less, so this person is urgent, and legitimacy means this person is somewhere here. So based on that, you have to take a call. Yeah. Now, we have a lot of stakeholder. Problem is that how to handle this kind of people. So first of all, try to find who are my key stakeholder, because you'll be working with them on a regular basis. So understand what is the project requirement, and what is the vision, and what is the communication preferences. Means when they want reporting, is it a monthly reporting, weekly reporting, and what kind of communication we should do it. Can I meet you on a daily basis? Somebody will say, no, you come to me in the afternoon. So try to have an interview and understand with them, because I did a lot of projects and all, and those people who are working, they have their own work also whole day. Probably they'll say you come at maybe afternoon, it is good for you. Somebody will say, okay, Friday I am free, I can meet you only on Friday. So like that you have to, because key stakeholders are very important for that. All as a whole, every stakeholder, they wanted to know what is happening in you. So you should have some regular project communication, something appropriate for you. Whatever things are there, you have to keep them, informing them. And if you're having a public group and law, sometimes you're like for smart city, there'll be a public group also, because a lot of lands will be involved and places and all. So what you should do, try to keep on asking something, do some survey, internal survey, and some conversation session online like that you can do. You can send a email campaign. You maybe in the website you can write. You can have a group chats. You can send posters and all. So each and everybody is a different kind of stakeholder. Largely, you have a three main category you have to handle in a different way. And for doing this, you have to apply your interpersonal skills. Some active listening is okay. Sometimes you have to use emotional intelligence and some effective communication methods, so that stakeholders should not feel that they are in isolation. Very important. So that otherwise, if they are in isolation, they'll be registered. You have to make sure that they are not a register. They are supporting you. So it's very important to link these people. Planning will be in the next chapter, but at least you start looking at how to have a stakeholder engagement, right? Identify requirement with strategy and all in the beginning. Just identify. Don't make the plan. Identify it. Okay, and look at communication management plan also. People, they get confused between stakeholder plan and the communication plan. Stakeholder means how to handle the person. Communication means how to handle the reports and some communication format is there. So how to provide them the information. Communication is for that purpose. Stakeholder is people. Not very something serious, right? You're doing analysis. Just read it.
Yeah.
Survey, question, answer, like that. Nothing more than that. Okay. In the foundation, I talked to you about this methods and what else was there? Methods, models, and artifacts. Can you recall? Methods, model, and should I show you, or you can recall back? Some chart kind of thing I provided you. No, nobody's saying anything. Let me go back then. When I was talking about the principles, right? In the principles slide, I was telling you some models and there was a page where I was talking about models and methods, and then I talked about this model. Can you recall? Got the idea? Some models are there, some methods are there, and then artifacts. Right. So this was a checklist. I said there's a checklist, but I'll be telling you slowly you'll get idea. Okay, this is also completed. This is also completed. So here I'm talking about what? Go back to slide. I'm talking about communication methods and methods. So model and methods are there. Basically, it was a checklist. Those things are here. Means how to have a communication, that is called methods only. So very simple, about that. Nothing serious, right? So in this face-to-face, F to F. Nowadays, even doctors are talking about, I want to have a F to F consultation appointments. It has become a very common word outside world also. Physical, virtual, phone call. The meeting could be anything. Meeting could be your communication could be through website, social media, some text messaging, something like a WhatsApp and all. Phone call, email, fax and all. These are very, very common thing. And physically also, body language and gestures also plays a very, very important role when you're having effective communication. It is already told, if you want to have some conflict kind of thing, or you want to have a proper, the pressure on somebody, try to have a one-to-one interaction, physical F to F, and focus on the body language and gestures, or even the pitch and tone is very, very important to have a effective communication. You can use whiteboard also in the office also. I also use small board because it's virtual. There also, usually you people do that. So there's nothing serious about this. Communication method is, again, you can send the communication. That's called pushing. Sending a mail is nothing but it's a pushing. Pulling means, somebody, you put everything in the cloud. Somebody may pull it, the data, based on the requirement. Pull means they can view or they can download also. It's all called pulling the data. For example, I'm giving you those document to you, and you are getting the recording also from the Google Drive. You are pulling it, right? Pushing it, probably when I send a mail to you, that's a pushing. Third conversation could be interactive. Like right now in this class, it is kind of interactive. I'm speaking and you are also replying me back. So we can have a communication, either push or pull or interactive, right? Usually agile team are co-located whenever possible so that they can be highly collaborative. So in agile, you should not look at push and pull. It should be more of an interactive for the agile. It's always advisable to put those people in central place. challenges are there. Urgency of need, based on that you have to send the information. Reliability and ability of the technology is very important. Sometimes things never works, internet never works, or maybe some problems are there. You have to be clear. Ease of use, the communication should be better. Ease of use, easy to send it and all, should not be very complicated. Project environment, language and formalities are very important. Language, right now, maybe in this class itself we are sitting, people are from 3 countries, right? So language is also important, and the formality is also requirement, because the slangs are different in every country. You have to look at that. Luckily, English is common language, so people understand. But if you go to, I don't know about that, but if you go to Japan, I don't know, everybody will not understand that also, English. So you have to find out how to have a language. Like French is a different language, English is different. In India, we are speaking different languages and also. So in the communication, you have to think what kind of communications are required. You have to be careful in that. Right. In English also, the American accent is different than the British accent. In India, we follow the Queen's, like a UK kind of thing. So our accent is different. So you have to make sure that people are understanding your English also. Am I right, Alisa?
You sound like my husband. He speaks like British English because he's from Kenya. So he says, you Americans, you speak your own English. We speak Queen's English. I'm like, well, we still have to communicate. Yes, we have a certain way of. It's not mostly about the English. It's the culture. There's a culture embedded into the English language here. So that's where I see that is the difference in between cultures, even at workplaces. But yeah, just
okay.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. So the thing is that if you are having a why I'm interacting with all of you is that you are a stakeholder. So if my communication is not going properly to you, so what is the effect of? There'll be effect. The project cannot be completed successfully. So communication is very, very important for you, right? Now, one more thing is that in the communication, for example,
should we care about the style of communication? Because
exactly,
everybody
the style of
different.
Very important, the style of communication, because at the end of the day you need to inform the other people. Right now in my group also, we are from especially India, as a very nice country. Pune is in the west, Bangalore is in south, and Mumbai is also west area, right? Luckily nobody's from, so we are only from three area. Now the Mumbai and Pune has the same language. Am I right? Amol Samant. Right?
Yes.
So probably if somebody knows about your language, whether it will be good or not.
Is it, do you guys have, just to get a clarification, do you guys have a different way of communicating, even like the
we have a different language altogether. Like you have a Kenya is a native language, is different than English, therefore we also have there in the country itself, we have got so many things in that. For example, Amol Samant, Mala Marathi yet nahi.
येते सर तुम्हाला छान मराठी येते.
See, you see this, I am doing project in various places. So when I speak this sweet language, you will be more connected with me. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
The language can is directly.
Right. And Swaroop is there. Swaroop Kumar.
Yeah, Rakesh.
Kannada gottilla.
Kannada gottilla. Okay.
It's a native language. I'm saying that I don't know Kannada, your local native language. So this is, and the same thing I spoke to. Marathi is a different word and all. So right. So similarly, people, they get connected, and it's very, very important. Right. I'm just trying to say, it's not impressing people. I have to do my projects. I can't speak, when I come to USA also, I did project in USA. I was
Yeah.
trying at least, speak your accent. It is very difficult for me, but at least connect somebody like that.